Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Cluiche with me, Seamus, Brady, your host. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the Camogie action which took place on the Saturday at Croke Park, the All-Ireland Camogie Quarter Final between Tipperary and Antrim, a game in which Tipperary were just simply too strong. They beat Antrim by 3 goals and 23 points to Antrim's 6 points in Croke Park. They were just magnificent in the second half, especially. Cáit Devane leading the way with 2 goals and 6 points. And look, Antrim battled hard, particularly in the first half, and they never dropped their heads, but they were just outgunned in this game, simply put. And Tipperary are genuine All-Ireland contenders, in my opinion. In the first half, Antrim battled hard, as I said. Amy Boyle and Roisin McCormick were 2 to 4 as they held Tip for long stages, but the Premier still led 10-5 at half-time. In the second half, Tip got a goal in 12 seconds. It was clear that they'd come out with business on their mind. Cáit Devane finished at the back of the net. She finished with 2-6 and player of the match. Tipperary turned the screw after that goal. Emer Heffernan then had her shot for a goal saved by the Antrim keeper, Katrina Graham, but a rebounded to Caoimhe McCarthy, who buried Tip's second goal. That was in the 46th minute. Then the moment of the game, Tip's third goal. Caoimhe McCarthy ran through the centre of the Antrim defence, offloaded a hand pass to Cáit Devane, and in a volley that would make Wimbledon jealous, she batted it into the back of the net. Unbelievable technique, unbelievable finish. That was the moment of the game for me, and probably one of the biggest moments of skill that we see in the weekend. She hit some genuinely unbelievable scores. Can Tip now reach a first final in 17 years? And the two teams that are already in the semi-finals waiting for them is Waterford and Galway. And look, in the Munster Championship, Tip absolutely ran through Waterford. And that was a Waterford team that had defeated Cork. And Tip ran through them. So if Waterford are standing between Tipperary and their first final in 17 years, they'll be extremely confident that they can get over the line in that game. Galway is a little bit more difficult. Galway are very much been there, done that. All-Ireland Camogie champions a couple of years ago. They will take some serious stopping. But I think Tipperary will be very, very confident that they can put it up to Galway. They'll be very, very confident they can put it up to anyone. The fact is, they went away to Nolan Park and should have beaten Kilkenny, like really left that game behind them, and then they dominated Antrim in this game. So I think they'll be very, very confident. Like Emer McGrath, Cáit Devane, Emer Heffernan in the forwards, Caoimhe McCarthy as well. Look awesome. Mairead Evanston at the back, again, fantastic on Roisin McCormick, particularly in the second half. Really, really cancelled her out, because Antrim in the second half, guys, only got 1 free. They didn't score from play. That's how dominant Tipperary were. Like, they just absolutely turned the screw. They hit 3-13 to 1 point in the second half. Absolutely dominated Antrim. So for Antrim, look, they've had a really, really good year. They've had a fantastic year, and they can't let this result get them too down in the dumps, because look, they're coming up against a fabulous team who genuinely are going to go and try compete for the All-Ireland. Antrim have had, fantastic wins over Limerick, over Offaly, but then when they came up against Waterford and Tip, who are trying to break into that top 3, they just got schooled, and that's just the truth. But they can't let it get to their head too much. They have to go back to the drawing board, keep trying to move forward as a unit. And I think that they will get stronger again next year. There's a good core of players there, particularly the likes of Amy Boyle, Roisin McCormick. I think they're fantastic hurlers. And I think they can come back stronger next season, in my opinion. But yeah, to give you your 60-second recap, if you're joining us late, Tipperary 323, Antrim 6 points at Croke Park. This is the recap of the game. So Tipperary weren't too impressive in the first half. Antrim battled hard. At halftime, Tipperary still led 10 points to 5, but in the second half, Tipperary showed up for business. Cáit Devane had the ball in the back of the net after 12 seconds. She finished with 2-6 and player of the match. Tip turned the screw after this. Emer Heffernan had her shot saved soon after by the Antrim keeper. It rebounded out to Caoimhe McCarthy, who stuck it in the net. Then the moment of the game came soon after, as Tipperary got their third goal. Caoimhe McCarthy ran straight through the centre of the Antrim defence, offloaded a hand pass to Cáit Devane, who batted it into the net. A volley. Absolutely perfect technique. Now Tipperary kept going. Antrim only got 1 point in the second half, and that was from a free. They didn't score from play, showing how outgunned they were in the second half. Can Tipperary reach a first final in 17 years? They have either Waterford or Galway standing in their way. I give them a very good chance. I've given them a very good chance as dark horses for the whole All-Ireland, so I think they can definitely get into the final. But what do you think? Put it in the comments below. Can Tipperary get to their first final in 17 years? Now, on top of that, Another result that happened over the weekend on the Saturday was, of course, the relegation playoff between Wexford and Down. Wexford won that by 116 to 15 points, so they are safe in senior camogie for another year. Ciara O'Connor's 9-point haul was crucial in this game, while Niamh Mallon's 10-point haul for Down was in vain. I just felt that I'd seen enough in the Wexford game against Kilkenny to show me that they would win this game, and they did. So they are safe in senior camogie for another season. That's the recap of Saturday's camogie action, guys, here on Cluiche with me, Seamus Brady. Let me know what you thought of it, and until the next one, guys, take care.